Welcome to a Discovery edition of the Final Cut. This one's a bit late. This release we're looking at today actually came out just in February, so I apologize. But February got away from me. But we are here today to talk about the Blu-ray release of Bones and All, the romantic dark drama that came out that surprised many people, starring Timothy Chalamet and Taylor Russell. And this was my first time seeing this film with this disc release. I did not get a chance to see it in the theater, but I heard a lot of buzz about it because it surprised a lot of people. And let me tell you, it surprised me too. I'm not usually one for romantic films and dramatic films, but this one's got a dark twist, so that did appeal to the horror side of me, and I found it appealing quite a bit. The director gave us a film that was a road trip film that discovered a lot of different themes about family and love, and as well as some other themes in here that I did not expect, such as subjects about young versus old, difference in generations, difference within a community of folks who are different, and how that comes to be, and those who are authentic versus those who just play at being an outsider, if you will. But it just really surprised me. Timothy Chalamet and Taylor Russell did fantastic in here as Lee and Marin. They had some great chemistry in here. Mark Rylance as Sully, loved this character quite a bit too. A very subtle, nuanced villain who doesn't really go full villain until near the end. And I loved how he played this character. Just make your skin crawl all the while he's smiling, and I loved the Sully character. And Andre Holland playing Marin's father, I thought did a really good job for the time that we do see him on screen. It's set in the past, I believe it was set in the 80s, so that also was interesting that they put it during that time. But the only thing that I didn't quite care for was a bit of the ending with Bones and All. Don't get me, I get it. It's kind of art house indie. But at the same time, I was just like, oh, man, come on, don't take that route with it, because I got invested in these characters, because it is a character-driven piece, though there is plenty of blood and gnawing of human body parts as well. So yeah, it's an interesting mixed bag. But what about this Blu-ray that they released of Bones and All? Well, let's get a closer look at what it looks like and what it has, shall we? So here we are, Bones and All. This is the Blu-ray release. Pretty straightforward. It's the movie poster that we have on here with the credits and the title. Our two stars on here got a quote from Entertainment Weekly on here. Road trip romance edged in darkness. It's more than edged in darkness. I love they're playing it off. There's a lot of darkness in this romantic road trip, if you will. And then the spine, white and black, stands right out. You got the MGM Warner Brothers logo there as well. And then on the back, some production stills on here. Another quote here that they have, as well as the description and a little bit of layout of what special features you have, which we'll get to in a minute. Kind of surprised me a bit, considering for a modern release, as well as credits and all the other info that we normally get on the back of the Blu-ray. Now, as far as inside the Blu-ray, well, what do we got here? Well, we've got our digital movie code in here, and Bones and All. I like the black disc art on here. I like that quite a bit, and with just the title on there, I think that is really cool. But yeah, a very basic release here. And then as far as the extras go, well, let's take a look at the extras. It is pretty skin and bones for Bones and All. As far as the extras that they offer here, there's not a whole lot outside of, there is the language choices that you have here, as well as subtitles and all of that fun stuff. As far as what do you have for additional materials, well, you do have a look inside of Bones and All, and that one's a little over two, almost close to 2.5 minutes. They're giving you some BTS stuff and some interviews with the cast, and then there's the vision of Bones and All, which is a minute and 32 seconds, and that has got a bit of a repeat from the look inside. And then we have Meet Lee, which is the longest of the three character features that they have in here. That's a little over 2 minutes. Meet Marin, which is a minute 30, and The Outsiders. And all of those, I mean, could have really been combined into one. It is very thin as far as any extras go, though the transfer does look great. The audio and everything involved in it, as far as if you're looking for supplemental material goes, you can blow through this pretty quick as well. So, as far as the film itself goes, it's a great film. I know it's more of an indie film, but you would kind of expect maybe a little bit of more extras on here, and they don't have a lot to offer. But if you're a fan of the film, you may want to pick it up. I believe it retails right now at $29.98, though you probably can find it at more reasonable prices if you just do a little Google search. So it's a solid film. Whether or not it's actually worth picking up on disc or just getting the digital version, well, I would say almost you could get away with doing the digital version, unless you really want that physical copy on your shelf. And that'll about do it for us here on the Final Cut Diskovery Edition. We got another one coming up soon. Very excited to bring that one to you for one of my more enjoyable films that I've watched over the years. And so stay tuned for that. Please check our Patreon. We got a lot more great stuff over there. And subscribe, bells and whistles and all that here. Got a lot more reviews coming up. So thank you so much for watching. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.